On 15th July 2022, the Makerere University Council suspended guild election in an emergency meeting that was followed for the violence which was characterized by the electoral process of the 88th Student Guild leadership that led to the death of Bewate Betungura Michael, a student of Uganda Christian University. The council also appointed a select committee to provide an interim report to the University Council within 1 month of the date of appointment, has raised many questions in students' minds as they wait for the official communication from the University Council as far as elections are concerned. One may ask, what could be the cause of this violence?
The clash that happened at the rugby grounds, where each candidate had to come and give their speech to the electorate. So as the new candidate was getting out, they had a clash at the gate of who is getting out and who is getting in first. So incidents after that clash led to the death of Michael.
We attribute the violence to political parties so much, but it is also a factor because I understand very well that most of these political parties are struggling so much to hold a firm grip on Makerere University, and every time a political party wins at Makerere University, a hub for breeding intellectuals in this country, they have a very big message to the world. If FDC wins, they get the show. If NRM wins, they get the show, and the National Unity Platform has been winning over the time, and this has been, their stronghold, a very strong message they have held in Uganda society. And so these political parties struggle and try so much to capture Makerere University power, to send a message outside there that they have the youth. So I believe that is one other factor that makes people turn these electoral processes to become a do or die thing. We must struggle hard and get the guild president of Makerere University and the different positions.
Over the time, Makerere Guild election has been characterized by electoral violence, which leaves a question on what could be the solution. According to Kabura Muzaffaru, one of the 4 suspects who were arrested during the recent political chaos at Makerere University, says the university should regulate the whole-based youth brigades in a way to avoid this violence.
The issue of violence, it is not that it has become a mindset or a perception that whenever we shall have elections, there will be violence. No, it is as just a matter of regulation. I have never seen a handbook that guides these brigades. As police can go in a certain operation to keep law and order, and they mess up with the orders that were given to them, it is the same way these brigades are always here, without regulation, official regulation. Without official regulation, without recognition from the administration. Perhaps if they could be incorporated in one of the structures of the university officially, it would be one of the things that would take us forward, so that we know that if so and so is the command of this brigade and they go against the rules, we know where to punish them from.
And learn to understand that other than having a riot, we should have demonstrations. Demonstrations will lessen on the violence that we have in the elections, because demonstrations mean you are peacefully requesting for whatever you're asking for. And if the two parties can understand that having a demonstration is way better than having a riot, then we'd have less violence in the university elections.
Hussein Nibra, the former GRC at Lumumba Hall and Guild aspirant, argues that the Makerere University Guild Electoral Commission should revise the way of arranging the campaigns, which could be the solution for this election violence.
Prepare and organize the roadmap. It needs to change. For instance, when you calling the different parties on press to come and campaign, it is not proper. It calls for violence. But I think they would organize the roadmap, yet when candidates have different venues in the same day, you mobilize for your people. People will come to listen from you, but not coming in one press. You're coming with your own group, the other one is coming with their own group. They're all supporters of different camps. So it calls for violence.
About what will be the halls of residence, these cultures that we have, such that we have our cultures without ethnocentrism, we respect each other's culture.
However, the council blames physical election as the major cause of violence, and in terms advises whenever the Makerere University to hold election, it should be online.
If you put election online, you're frustrating people's rights. You're frustrating people's rights to vote. Others will not manage to vote. Some people don't have gadgets. People don't know how to operate.
The acting general secretary for the Guild Electoral Commission says the University Council should first engage with the students' body before calling for an online elections.
Ideally, for the future, virtual campaigns would be good and in voting, but that would come as students would have to choose. So it is not a one-man's army or a person issue, that it is Chigundu who is supposed to choose the mode of voting students would like to use. It will then have to encourage the university to engage the students' body to choose the best mode they would wish to vote their leadership in better.
As we celebrate 100 years, Makerere University, I would assume that the relationship between the administration and the students is something that should be focused on more.
The 88th Youth Electoral Commission and students' body at large awaits for the resumption of election. One of the ways which were introduced to curb the campaigns is to go virtual. However, only time will tell whether with this strategy yield results. Timothy Rukanga, Timo Media.